What is up, everyone? Today is a big day. You can tell by the title. Today, Nissan is finally getting a full exhaust. No more of this hood dump nonsense, all right? Now, we were supposed to do it like a week ago. That's why we haven't seen Nissan for a while. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff was on back order, which is like pretty crazy, but it happens. Stuff is in. Now we're gonna get done. So we're on our way up to my buddy's shop, Stay Gold, up in Deep River, Connecticut, and we're gonna get this thing hooked the heck up. And I say it all the time, couldn't be more excited. It's gonna be cool. This is a big step for Nissan. It's a huge step, actually. I feel like this will like make it a car, you know? It's gonna be great.
It's gonna be a great day. Beautiful day outside.
It's a little muggy. Well, hell, I can't complain. Everything's great. Everything is amazing. Shout out to Jip for letting me borrow his trailer. Jip, you're the man. I love you. And yeah, let's get to work. So, as you guys know, Justin at Morfab is usually the one to do the exhaust. He always has been. Justin has been amazing to me for literally the last 2.5 years. This time, Justin has been really busy, and we're all friends. So we're coming down to Stay Gold, have some fun with them, and I'm really excited, so. I just felt the floor. Come on, give me a push here, Alex.
You need a push?
I need a push.
Looking good.
Yeah, they've got it welded, so it's gonna suck once they start turning. Well, we're here. You ready to get to work, Alex?
Absolutely. Hard part's over.
Hard part is over.
Now we just got to cob in a little bit of exhaust action and get this handsome mug back on the road.
So, Alex, what's the game plan here?
We're gonna fit some pipe. We're gonna
Sit.
cut some pipe. We're gonna
Sit.
weld some pipe.
Lay some pipe. Lay some pipe.
We might even get some pipe polished if we're lucky.
Full service down here. I think we're gonna go with a 2.5-inch stainless exhaust, of course. 2.5 does sound small to a lot of you guys because usually it's like go 3-inch, right? That's always the.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been giving my wife 3-inch for years. I'm happy.
She seems happy.
Yeah, she seems happy.
But this time we're gonna take it down to 2.5-inch, mainly for one, fitment issues, and two, one, fitment issues. So the motor is built so it can handle a lot of power, but the chassis, it's small. You really can't fit much power underneath this thing. So realistically, this thing's probably gonna make 300 its whole life. So 2.5-inch exhaust is big enough to allow enough flow through the exhaust to not cause back pressure issues to allow this thing to make 300 horsepower. Right to work, I see, huh?
Yeah, well, we're burning daylight here, kids. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna do the classic shoot from the hip.
Love it.
We got a bunch of Bens, we got a bunch of coffee,
Yeah.
got 2 packs of Winstons, and we're just gonna start fitting pipe.
Love it. It's a tight fit down here. So if you guys can see, we have a couple constraints. We have the manifold, we have the brakes, and then we have the steering shaft, which can be a big one. And then there's more after that. We'll talk about that later on. But as you guys know, we're gonna be at pretty close to the brake master. Right here, as you can see, the lines are on this side, which doesn't help. They do make a similar master for the Frontier. That's basically the same thing, but the lines are on the other side. So if it gets super tight, we might have to switch to it. But I guess we'll find out after today.
On this edition of Don't Scratch Jimmy Oak's brand new engine bay up. That's it. That's the starting point.
That looks great. 2.5 is definitely the move.
So this is the first stop in what will be a very long process. And just like that.
There we go.
Good at that.
Yeah.
Big house calls?
What do you think? Looks good. Tight fit. Looks perfect. All right, what's the next section going in?
We got to figure out how we're going to attach a V-band disconnect. So all downpipes, really, there should be a disconnect from the intermediate. I don't know, Subarus are super long. Subarus are like 4-foot downpipes, and then some like GTR stuff is like less than a foot.
Yeah.
As long as you're in that range, you're good. And it's kind of whatever works. I mean, this isn't.
So basically, we're just trying to
size.
figure out the best spot that we could actually fit the V-band without it getting in the way of anything. And the issue with V-bands too is if you start to put them underneath the car, V-bands are a lot thicker than the rest of the exhaust, so they'll hang. So it's kind of nice to try and tuck them up.
Spoken like a true guy that knows what he's doing. Maybe. We can edit that out, right? It's definitely looking like something.
All right, so downpipe is in and it fits. I mean, whatever room we have, we're using it. So it's equal gapping between the trans and the steering shaft, and well, it's plenty, and I'm really happy with that. Then we have the V-band actually fitted up out of the way, and that also fits great. That is the first hurdle tackled. Clearing all the trash in the engine bay, the brakes, the manifold, the steering shaft, and getting the V-band in.
It's all smooth sailing from here now.
Yeah, right. So that's hurdle number 1. Now it's time for hurdle number 2, and what we gotta do is we have to get this through all this weird stuff over here, underneath this, and up in the middle. So the big issue is, well, I mean, that's an awkward shape, and 2, this is gonna be like the lowest part of the car. So we gotta make it super, super tight. We might even notch the trans mount to make it fit even tighter, and then from there, it's not gonna be as much of a pain in the ass. Oh, but check it out, check it out. We did a little off-camera work, and this is how it's gonna route. I'm gonna make you be the cameraman, I'll be the fabricator.
Yeah, absolutely.
This actually fits real nice. We're gonna come from here. As you can see, we can go right through here. Only issue is, of course, is here, so we're gonna notch this up. We'll reinforce it later on, it'll be more than enough. We're good to go. Once we're past here, smooth sailing.
You don't need it if you have luck.
There we go. Just cut this thing up. Should work. Hell yeah. Is this a 2.5 inch? Do you have a 275?
That's the nose breaker.
Oh yeah, wait, is this the drill?
That's more so the battery pack than the drill. That's a story for another time, kids.
Look at that. Alright, well, one side's done. See? Not bad.
I'm glad you taught him that.
Dude, he's impressive. God.
Not bad.
Not great, but not bad.
Yeah, not good, but terrible.
This is where you're supposed to gas me up and say, nah, Jimmy, looks
Oh,
great.
dude, yo, that thing is tight.
Alright, so this is what we're working with. This is the highest I think we can get it. Obviously, I'd love to have it above the frame rail, but kind of have to take what you can get. It's kind of hard to shove a KA in a Honda Civic and win everywhere. Oh yeah, with the flex? There we go. What are we thinking? Okay. That's working out. Look at this rig, dude. I've never seen anything like it.
You never seen one like this, huh? Can we reshoot that?
Got the tools of the trade. So you can purge it.
So we're gonna back purge it because we are dealing with a reactive metal after all, and we're gonna go from there.
All right, well here she is. She's tacked in place, V-band's welded up, and well, we're past section 2. Hurdle 2, achievement unlocked. We are done there.
Yeah, and it went surprisingly quick. I mean, we got about what? About 11 minutes into this thing? 15 minutes or so?
Yeah. So next, we're gonna attach the hanger right here, which is nice. We still have the factory Civic one, so Alex can do some bending, some magic, make that work, and then we have to work. That sounds shitty. So now from here, we're just gonna work it straight back. Where are we gonna shove a resonator in this thing? Because I need this thing quiet.
Resonator locale is gonna be right about here.
I'm into it. Let's do it.
Maybe here.
Hell.
Maybe we could do a back seat resonator. Remote location resonator.
Bluetooth resonator.
Bluetooth resonator.
All right, well, let's start cutting some shit.
Okay, cool.
I love this machine. I've actually never seen one in person. What? Talk about it.
Well, this is an end former. It's an expander. The other end is a swagger. What it does is it essentially when you need to make a slit fit, it uses hydraulic pressure and other stuff various levers and gears and whatnot.
Hey, we'll just show you.
And yeah, and it expands it. That's gotta be it. Just like that. See that? So that's going to give us the best gap for welding. It's also going to give us the structural integrity because instead of just, you know, gluing the two edges together, now, yeah, it's got something to sit on.
Here's a quick question. Why do you have to weld the V-bands and not just leave it tacked up?
Because then you've got a 12-foot pipe that you're trying to weld vertically. Don't get me wrong, I've spent plenty of time doing it the opposite way, but it's just, you get a nicer product, and we're building the SEMA car here, guys.
Don't say that.
Is that not a thing to say? We can edit that
I don't
out.
ever want to admit to it.
Is this actually going to go to SEMA?
I wish it would.
Why wouldn't it?
I don't know.
Dude.
All right, if a company wants to send the car to SEMA, let me know.
Yeah, you contact Alex at staygoldperformance@gmail.com.
I don't know. I want it to be really, really nice, and it's like a really cool swap, and we've done an amazing job. I'm really proud of like us. Like it's been amazing. But like if I say it's a SEMA car, I'm not gonna want to drive it, and then I just built a car I'm not gonna want to drive, and screw that. I built this car to drive it, and I want to enjoy it. So screw it. We're gonna dirty it up. We're gonna scratch it up. We're gonna have a blast. It's not a SEMA car. Well, we got a V-band in a good location. It's happy. So now we have the downpipe, we have a mid-pipe, and now we're going to have a axle back or back seat back or whatever you want to call it. What would you call it?
Oh, I would call it a...
It's an axle back. Yeah, whatever. I was trying to be creative, but guess what? That's not me. All right, cool. So next part, we got to go from here to here and then out there somewhere. So.
And Jimmy's just going to hold this exhaust for the rest of the night because we're all going home.
So it's probably the best time to tell you guys, the Sonata t-shirts are back in stock. So if you guys didn't have an opportunity to buy one, links in the description. But we got 4X, by the way. We got a lot of requests from the big boys.
My brethren.
4X, check it out. We'll continue tagging pipes. It's been a long time since the rear bumper's been on. This thing is a giant turd. I mean, most body panels on this car are pretty bad. The whole front end's trashed. I guess the doors are, they're dented up. We'll get to the body eventually. We'll get a new bumper, but for now, we'll just throw it on and see how it fits. But as you guys can see, we have a exhaust on the right side. The 240 has it on the left side. I don't know, that's a fun fact. I don't want to know why I'm sharing that. It's not important, but let's throw it on and see how it fits. There we go.
No scratch.
God forbid.
Jesus. But yeah, so, we could fit a fat fart can in this thing, dude.
Oh my God.
I'm trying to put a cannon in here. We got plenty of room to work with.
Oh, you got that.
We got it. It's cool to see with the bumper on. Look at, dude, the fuel cell's like pretty hidden by the bumper. I didn't even realize that. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's cool. You can see this. I like that. That is cool. That is really cool. Not bad. I love that.
This is what everybody has been waiting a very long time to see.
I said I wanted a fart can, and Alex delivered. Dude, that's perfect.
My God.
That is amazing. That looks really good, though. So we just had to get a little S action here, and we're good to go. Well, dude, it's a 2.5 to what, 4?
Yeah, it's 2.5 to a 4.
I love that. It's so pretty. It's a Civic, dude. You can't not have a giant fart can on the damn thing.
Oh my God.
That thing's got the girth meter maxed out.
I want to look into it so bad every time.
Hey, you guys look into it.
Oof. I love it. That, dude, it's hanging under its own weight. It's fitting great. It's looking great. We're all doing great. We're all kind of healthy. We're all kind of happy. Just a bunch of homeboys hanging out and making exhaust for a Honda Civic.
Just a bunch of homeboys laying pipe together.
Just a bunch of guys being dudes, you know? It might not look it, but this is like surprisingly a pretty intricate exhaust. Like, we don't have a lot of room to work with, and we're trying to shove it up in the best way possible while fitting everything, while not rattling against anything. And it's a pain in the ass. This has definitely been one of the most difficult exhausts I think we've had to do, which is surprising because you would think it's simple, but it's working out pretty good so far.
Wait, even compared to the E36?
Okay, well, the downpipe, that's
a whole different ball.
We don't talk about that, but in terms of chassis, I mean, this downpipe was pretty crazy too. You'd be surprised. So we worked our butts off all day. We got a lot of progress made. The real hard part is just getting all the pipe figured out. Everything's tacked into place. So now when we finish up the muffler, Alex will drop it down, sit on his bench quietly for a couple hours and just weld the whole thing up. So we got a lot done. I'm super excited. It looks amazing so far. I just couldn't be happier. It makes it really feel like a freaking car now. Like, this is like the final touch to it. I mean, we still got a lot of work to do, but like, it's really feeling whole now. So we still got to figure out how to mount this thing. Gotta add another hanger. We'll make a little S for it and it'll be done, but it's already late. We had a long day, and yeah. So I think we're gonna end it there. So huge shout out to Stagel Performance. I'll put their Instagram right here. Go on there, talk some crap, and tell Alex I said thank you. So
thank you, Alex.
Hey guys, thanks for having us, and you know, be sure to stop back again when you can't stay so long.
Meat's pretty cool too.
Yeah, don't let your meat loaf.
Don't let your meat loaf, comma.
Yeah.
I don't know how to take that.
Take it however you want.
All right, so you guys know the deal. Like, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more content. And Mike?
You have a wonderful night, everyone.